How spiritually available are you really? Greetings, everyone. This is RevD here, Reverend Deborah Johnson. Welcome to Get Your Yes On. Today, we're talking about yes to spiritual availability. I remember when I first got the letter called Spiritual Availability that shows up in my book, The Sacred Yes, these divine downloads. And it was at a point in time when I was really trying to get dedicated to my ministry. And the spirit voice said, I don't want your commitment. I'm like, what you talking about? And said, I want you spiritually available. It said, your commitment is your promise to show up in the future. I want you available today. And the cumulative total of those daily availabilities is what equates to commitment. And it was pointing out to me that my lack of understanding of that is what ruined the long-term relationship that I was in at the time. The same principles work when we're talking about a relationship with the divine or whether we're talking about a relationship with each other. And it says that there are these three components that make up the spiritual availability. They do not substitute for one another. We need all three. We need accessibility, we need attention, and we need intention. You know how it feels when we're always wanting the universe to be available to us. Holy Spirit, God, the great I am, whatever name it is that we're using, beck and call no matter what. But what about when life wants us? Are we accessible then? Are we accessible to speak that truth unto power? Are we accessible to be that loving arm of compassion? Okay. Are we accessible to just be there with somebody in that moment of grief? What about when the universe needs us? Okay. Similarly with attention. Just because we're accessible doesn't mean that our attention is there. Somebody could be laying right next to us, sitting at the same breakfast table. We could be in the same car, but we don't have each other's attention because we're doing other things. We're thinking about other things. We're connecting with other people on our devices. And be careful of this, particularly in child rearing. Because you may think you're available and you may think you're accessible just because you're sitting there in front of your child. But if they don't have your attention, they won't think you are available. Okay. It's similar with intention. Your intent arrives before you do. So you may be saying that, well, I want to be available to support you. But if I can tell that you're really just being nosy and up in my business, or you're trying to control things. Maybe you want to look good. Maybe you're trying to assuage some guilt and make amends. If it's any of that stuff, I won't experience it as availability to me because you've made it about you. Okay? It's the same thing that happens in the universe. Why are we making ourselves available? Are we just trying to look good? Are we trying to get some brownie points up in heaven? If we've made it all about us, we're really not available. Okay? So think about things. Accessibility, attention, and intention. Those are the things of the spiritual availability. Okay? How spiritually available are you really? Okay? I want you to ponder that. Share your thoughts. Hit me up on social media. Follow me on YouTube. Spread this word. See you next time on Get Your Yes On.